for it with Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down, it's Smith, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll try to throw now. Mariota, flush to his right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Out come the New England Patriots, led by their 6'5" veteran quarterback, Cam Newton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. There goes Green. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A.J. Green. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. He'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, and he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
But it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Flushed out right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mario. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded into 17. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Jones. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Atlanta ball carrier.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Atlanta.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
He's tackled at the...
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Downfield, offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Working out of the gun, Mariota forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Number 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. That's complete to Smith.
Mariota's pass.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
It's now 4th down.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Fry on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
10. Patriots.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
On first down, it's Newton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Harris has it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Game. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
3-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own
New England trying to get a place on offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Newton now on second down. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Mariota. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Harris, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The tackle
and the offense moving quickly to the line. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Newton on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17.
Certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
1st and 10.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Ryan Izzo, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Again, Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun. You don't want it. Check 45 at the mic. Check 45 at the mic. Let's go, defense.
They snap it to Newton. They'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
37,
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Grady Jarrett on the stop.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots can take the lead with the extra point. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Running game working, they'll stick with it on the first down.
Number 31, the ball.
Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They go back to the ground with Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith in the final minute, and the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Patriots down 21-14. A little over 30 seconds remaining. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
For the Patriots.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop back.